Hey guys, what's up? It's Matt with 86. Infievo asked me if I'd be willing to take a look at one of their newer, lower budget monitors, of which I know some people have some interest in seeing, so here I am trying to see it for you. They offered a couple and I chose a 27-inch 1080p panel. This model specifically is KJW27FIX. I chose it for a pretty specific reason of it being a lower budget 27-inch or greater 1080p panel. Now, this usually means somewhat poor color quality with often noticeable screen door effect, and at times some bad light distribution from backlighting, which is also known as backlight bleed. So is that what I got? In the sample I have, and I'll be mindful in saying as a skeptic that I know I can be, it's not impossible to think that it's a cherry-picked sample. That being said, I don't believe that to be the case here at all. Just call that intuition. I did a lot of reading from some other people, and I feel like that I accurately got what you would get. What I see when I power this monitor on is pretty crisp, pretty brilliant, and pretty stock vibrant right away. I'm a fan of IPS panels and SS IPS panels, which have faster than average MS latency or millisecond latency, quicker refresh. 1-to-1 is what they say. From gray to gray, it's really more like 2 milliseconds, but you can call it 1 millisecond. That's not really a thing anywhere. It's about 2 milliseconds. They have only made the case for IPS panels stronger over the years. IPS panels offer excellent viewing angles, great color reproduction across the entire panel, and in general, they've just lifted gaming up immensely and pulled people away from those splotchy VA panels and the kind of bland and boring with poor viewing angle TN panels that you've probably seen at some point in your life. For the price, we get excellent eye love on a large 27-inch 16:9 format with 180 Hz refresh rate for buttery smooth gaming. I've got no noteworthy grievances for any backlight bleed, and the monitor does exceptionally well with the black crush test. I can easily detect box 2, and I can less easily but still ably detect box 1. Also, when looking for ghosting, we get very minor ghosting depending on how extreme the movements are. All of it is very much acceptable or exceeding in my book. When it comes to screen door, this panel does well. I can find it. I can see it when I'm looking for it hard and up close, but it's not that in my face as I expected it was going to be, and I otherwise don't even notice it, which is fantastic. As far as input and outputs go, Infievo's pretty simple in this department, offering a single display port, which is great, a single HDMI 2.0. Presumably it's at least 2.0 or greater, seeing as you can get 180 Hz refresh rate over HDMI, and it's detected as such. There's also a USB for power delivery to a device and a 3.5mm aux audio out. The stand that comes with the monitor is pretty basic. It's about as basic as you get. There's no height adjust, no left-right tilt, no lift or drop. It's simple forward and back tilt. It gets the job done by holding the monitor and has a quick release plate for ease of use, but that's really about it. If you want to mount this monitor, they use 75mm VESA. This is still awful, as 100mm is what is most common and what you might already have if you have your monitor mounted. You'll need risers and a compatible 75mm plate in order to easily mount this monitor. The on-screen display feels a little bit weak and lacking for more finite control, but offering enough in terms of end-user adjustment. You can change things like dynamic contrast ratio, enable and disable FreeSync, adjust colors as well as temperatures, but no, it's not really fancy. There's nothing fancy and there no features such as, one might expect. I was sort of expecting some predefined and curated settings such as an FPS mode, RTS mode, cinema mode. It also kind of feels like missing a colorblind mode this day and age was maybe not great for its marketing, but all things considered, it offers you enough to be able to control how your visual display looks. I do want to say that in order to access the on-screen display, we have a multi-button layout on the back of the monitor. I would much prefer to see every monitor this day and age go to that sort of movable analog multi-function button. That is so much easier and a lot more intuitive to use than having multiple buttons to try to scroll through while you can't see it, trying to remember where things are with your fingers. Everything considered, I would recommend this monitor, and if the 1440p variant is as good with higher resolution for not that much more, I'd probably say go for that one if you're looking to move away from 1080p gaming in general. Look, I hope this video was somewhat helpful. I know it was quick, but I hope it was somewhat helpful and it helped somebody, and I hope you guys have a great day, night, whatever it is. I'll see you in the next video that I do.